So today I'm doing a realistic rebuild of the Atlanta Falcons, who got Kyle Pitts at number 4 overall. I gave him superstar development. I don't really exactly agree with taking Kyle Pitts. Personally, I probably would have went Justin Fields, maybe even Mac Jones. I'm not in love with Matt Ryan. He's a good quarterback, but he's getting up there in age. Didn't look all that great last year. Maybe he'll be better with Julio, Ridley, Kyle Pitts. The offensive line's not great. They don't have a running back. They have Davis. They have Cordell Patterson. Not the best. They might trade away Julio Jones. A lot of rumors that's going to happen. I don't know where he'd go. Some people are saying the Ravens. I don't see that. Some people say the Patriots. I don't really see that either. Even though I'm a Patriots fan, I would enjoy that. Personally, I probably wouldn't trade him away unless you get maybe a first-round pick, which would be nice. We do have to work on this offensive line. They did draft Mayfield in this roster. He's a 73 overall with normal development. Then everything else in the offensive line, Lindstrom's probably the best one since he's 23. Or I should say the best one. Jake Matthews, pretty good, but he's 28 years old, so he's not going to be on this team probably for the whole video because he is going to start regressing. Then on defense, or really on offense, we just need a running back, in my opinion, and offensive lineman. On defense, we need safeties, even though they got Richie Grant. I don't know if he'll be all that great in Madden since he's a 68 overall with normal development. We do have to work on corner. Kind of surprised they didn't even trade back and take a corner if you weren't going to take a quarterback. Defensive line's pretty good. The linebacker's pretty good. It's really just going to depend on how Matt Ryan does. I think in this game with the right roster, not the right roster, the right playbook, the right scheme, he should be able to do fine. But then he starts regressing big time. I think in this game he has 2 or 3 years left. 3 years left. But this is starting before the 2020 season. I do want to take a quick look. I want to see what his roster situation, or his contract situation is. Matt Ryan contract. Look that up really quickly. Because they signed like a new extension, which hurts or like lowers the dead cap in like 3 years or something like that. Something along those lines. Let's see. He has an out after 2022. So I think that's what we're going to do. 2 years, then we'll cut him. And then just see if we can find a quarterback. There's no guarantee about that, but let's get right in. So we are 5-3 at the midseason mark. We're behind the Buccaneers, who are 6-2. They're going to be incredible. At least you would assume so, bringing all their players back. Brady's still going to be good, I would assume. Saints 3-4. Now, that's the biggest question in this division, in my opinion. They have a great roster. It just really depends on what Jameis Winston's going to do. And then you have the Panthers with Sam Darnold at 1-7. I like Sam Darnold. I don't know what he's going to do with that roster. And we don't have to bring anybody back. All right, so we didn't end up making the playoffs. Let's look at the bracket, though. Packers first round bye, of course, the Browns. And you got Seahawks, Rams. I see that. The Lions made the playoffs. Not exactly sure how that happened. We went 7-9. The Saints won the division 11-5. I just don't know about that. And the Panthers 2-14. It does look really bad that the Panthers didn't take Justin Fields. They went with J.C. Horn. I don't really understand that whatsoever, though. Matt Ryan, 4,300 yards, 30-12. That's a fantastic year. Davis, 900 with 11 touchdowns. We do have to get better at running back. On tight ends. At receiver, 1,300 yards, 5 touchdowns. Pitts, great rookie year, 87 catches, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Anything else? Nothing really. Downs played the most out of everybody. Okay. Ridley, 688 with 5. Gage, 607 with 5. On defense, Deion Jones, 112 tackles. Sack total, 7.5 for Jarrett, 2.5 for Jones. Interceptions, 3 for Sheffield, 2 for Harmon, 2 for Grant. That's awesome. 1 for Deion Jones and 1 for Alokin. Do we have any fumble recoveries? No. Do we have any forced fumbles? We have 1 by Grady Jarrett. Any defensive touchdowns? No. So our defense is awful is what you're saying. 19th in offensive yards. Not that great. 30th. Basically the worst in the league. Cam Newton MVP, very realistic. That's what I like. Coach of the year, Matt LaFleur. NFC, Brady, makes sense. Oh, Matt Ryan's at 8. That's good. Matt Stafford at 9. Defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. Who else? No Falcons, offensive rookie. Was that? Oh, that was Fields. I do think that's going to blow up in the face of the Panthers, of the Broncos. Unless the Broncos get Rodgers, of course, which it's kind of looking like it at this moment. Richie Grant at number 10, though. That's pretty good. All right, let's take a quick peek at our XP, and then we'll go find out who's going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, 7 for Pitts is fantastic, 4 for Ridley, but nothing else really to talk about. 2 for Gage. On defense, Grant has 3, 3 for Fowler, 5 for Davis, and 2 for Jarrett. 3 for Trell? Not a lot there. The Browns took down the Buccaneers 42-31. Baker Mayfield, Super Bowl MVP. That's a given. Fields offensive rookie, Simmons defensive rookie. We did know about that. For some reason, all those awards over there, other than MVP, is all the NFC, which I don't understand. Don't have to bring anybody back. We did know that. Typically, year one, I'm not going to bring anybody in unless they got franchise tagged in real life this year, or this offseason, I should say. Yeah, I mean, we could bring in like a Malcolm Butler. He hasn't got signed yet. Patrick Peterson, I believe, is on the Vikings. Anthony Brown's way down there. You know, I am going to bring in one of these guys. Let's go 3 years for Anthony Brown. We have a ton of money, which is good. Don't really need any receivers. Sure, it wouldn't be an awful idea. I think I will bring him in for a 1-year deal because we have to use Matt Ryan when we can, so we have to load up the team, in my opinion. So let's advance. Let's see if they'll take the offers. Anthony Brown will. What about Short? But we have to worry about the 5th-year option. Short turned us down. Of course he did. 5th-year option. Hayden Hurst. I think we're all set because you got a guy, don't know if you heard of him, Kyle Pitts. Pretty good. I thought Calvin Ridley would be up here as well. Okay, he is going to be up here, right? Yeah. I'll definitely give him the 5th-year. So we have the 10th overall pick, but we're at pick number 1, which is the Panthers. Stackhouse won the Heisman, which I like a lot. I was also looking around. There's Kevin Ellis, 3rd-round quarterback, who we are going to take a chance on, maybe in the 2nd. Probably the 2nd, just in case he goes in the 3rd round. I don't want to risk it. I don't think Stackhouse will get taken before our pick. If he does, there's a few other players I wouldn't mind taking. Like Hillard would be pretty good, even though it says late 1st. Not going to go with a running back, not this early, maybe 3rd round. I like Pleasant as well. Anybody else? Maybe Holiday? Okay, so we have somewhat of a plan. I want to go pick by pick and see if we're going to get unlucky. A 69 overall right guard. What a play. Odom, the defensive tackle's fine. Allen, a right tackle. The computer in this game at drafting is so bad. It's kind of unbelievable. There's one guy off the board. Stackhouse is gone. That's unfortunate. We will check him out. Pleasant is gone. That's unfortunate as well. Acosta. And then Bryant. I believe another corner is still on the board. He is in Peter Holiday. Let's take him. He's a 75 with normal development. 93 speed, 70 man, 75 zone, and 74 player rec. I think he'll be a solid player. So we have what? We have AJ Terrell. We have Anthony Brown. Now we have Peter Holiday. It's not great. I'll give you that, but it's all right. So in the 2nd round, I did say I was going to take Kevin Ellis. He almost has to have hidden development. I know my luck in this game is awful, so he's probably not going to. But I'd rather get a quarterback early, have him sit behind Matt Ryan for a year. And he almost seems too good to pass up on with those top 3 skills. Combine's not that great. I'm still going to take him. 73 hidden development. That's perfect. 89 throw power, 83 deep accuracy, 81 medium, 83 short. He looks fantastic. Balanced quarterback style. I love him. So in the 3rd round, I'm going to go with, I think, Ed Wilson. There's a few other picks that I'm intrigued by, but I think I'll be able to get him in the 4th round. So let's go Ed Wilson. He's a scheme fit. 72 normal development. 93 strength, 70 block shed, 66 power move, 62 finesse. I think that's a fantastic pick. In the 4th round, we're going to go Luke Triplett. He's a 71 normal development, not that bad. He actually looks pretty good. In the 5th round, I'm going to go left outside linebacker, Brian Carlton. He's a 70 with hidden development. That is a sneaky great pick. I might put him down to end. So Stackhouse ended up having superstar development. I don't think it really made sense to trade up for him. Of course, we did get an outside linebacker in the 5th round with hidden development. Now, we are going to take a quick look at the trade block. Pitts up to X Factor, which is good. Matt Ryan does have one final year for me. I drafted a center. Wasn't really worth talking about, but he's going to start. I am just going to make him the starter. I kind of want to, I guess trading away Dante Fowler doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe actually we'll put him down. It does say speed rusher. I'm going to put him down to right end. I might have to cut our right end at the moment because I don't think he's going to get a dev, or not a dev up, a overall push up or whatever you'd want to call it, increase. I guess would be the best way to, say it. Let's see. Yeah, he's down to a 70. I'm just going to make him the starter. That'll be fine. Wilson starting. Holiday is our number 4 corner. I'm going to make him our number 3 corner. I almost feel like I should put Julio Jones on the trade block right now and see if we can get anything for him. So let's try doing that, even though stick with Matt Ryan wouldn't be an awful idea, but let's find out. Let's see the offers for Julio, a 3rd round pick. I'm going to manually trade him. I don't think a 1st round pick is necessarily realistic, but if we can do a 2nd round pick, and then maybe like a 4th round pick from the Patriots, then I'll definitely trade him away. Let's go to the Pats. I mean, we could do a first. I just don't see it. I'm going to do a 2nd this year and a 4 next year. And I'll give you a good old Julio Jones. Okay, he's gone. I know a lot of Falcons fans are going to say, you should have got a 1st round pick. I don't think that makes sense. Gardner Minshew, we don't need. Kareem Hunt would be nice. Hines would be nice. Zach Moss. I don't know if Zach Moss, I'm not going to go Zach Moss. Kareem Hunt, on the other hand, I think this would help our team out big time. And I'm going to go with a 3rd round pick. Let's see if that'll do anything for us. So Amani Hooker was on the trade block. I'm going to trade Hayden Hurst, the 6th and the 7th round pick. Bring him in, start him with free safety. Even though we have Harmon, but I believe Harmon might be, I think he's 28 years old. Don't quote me on that. But I'm pretty sure 28. He's already 30. All right, I'm actually just going to, I can't cut him. Let's trade away. I don't think there's going to be any team that like necessarily wants him a lot. I could see him going to the Dolphins, though. Dolphins like former Patriots. That's all I'm saying. Give me a 5th round pick. Give me a 5th round pick. All right, I'll throw something else in if that's how you're going to be. I'll give him a 6th and a 7th next year. I'm not really too concerned about those picks. All right, that's good. So at the midseason mark, we're in last place at 1-6. I don't really understand that other than Matt Ryan has regressed. We traded away Julio Jones. But nothing really game-changing. Saints 5-3, Panthers 3-4, and the Bucks 3-4. How are the Panthers doing better? They took a right guard with the 1st overall pick. He can go. I'd like to bring back Russell Gage. Let's go 4 years, increase the money. We have a lot of money, by the way, which is good. Isaiah Oliver. I wouldn't say we need him. Dante Fowler, don't necessarily need him, but for a cheap enough deal, I'm not against bringing him back. Jalen Mayfield, I think, would have a longer contract than that, but I might be wrong. Let's increase the money a little bit. That's good. Richie Grant. I go 2 years, 1.7. I don't know what rookies get when they get like 2nd, 3rd, 4th round picks. I'm not really sure, but I imagine it's longer than 2 years, but I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think we're good. There's no chance we make the playoffs, basically, but let's go to the playoffs to find out anyways. So we didn't make the playoffs. Cowboys got the 1st round bye. Browns got the 1st round bye. Saints won our division. And that's the only team out of our division. The Eagles are there. The Vikings are there. Rams, Cardinals, Bears. I don't know about that. Really don't know about that. We went 5-11. I was hoping for way worse than that. Matt Ryan, 4,200 yards, 30-11. That's not even bad. But we almost have to get rid of him. Davis, 819, 5 touchdowns. Ridley, 1,100 with 9. Pitts, and about 900 with 5. Gage, 862 with 5. No clue, but he has 3 touchdowns. I'm not even going to butcher that name. Deion Jones, about 130 tackles, is awesome. Sack totals, 8.5 for Carlton. That's awesome. 4.5 for Jarrett. Interceptions, 2 for Brown. And then a few ones. We're 23rd in offensive yards. We need to find a running back. We have our quarterback. Man, our team is so bad at the moment. Cam Newton, MVP. No Falcons. Coach of the year, Mike McCarthy. Offensive player, Jameis Winston. Matt Ryan was a 10. Defensive player of the year, Keanu Neal is interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Offensive rookie, nothing. Defensive rookie, we have our guy at 2. We have Holiday at 4. Triplet at 6. And Ed Will, okay. We're actually going in the right direction. And that's all on defense, right? Yeah. Let's see, our quarterback superstar. There we go. 3 for Gage, Ridley, Pitts, 3 for Mayfield, 3 for Pritchard. On defense, star, that's all right, I suppose. 3 for Triplet. And so Holiday ended up with 2 XP points. That's not great. I'm not really sure why he fell down like that. I know the CPU can be very weird in this game, but I don't really get it. So we have about $45 million in cap space. Derwin James is there. Yup. He sure is coming to my team. I can't imagine the Chargers letting him go. And a lot of people say that I overpay people that don't have any offers. I do that to make it somewhat realistic because I feel like I wouldn't know what they have for offers unless they come and be like, they offer me this, can you offer me this? But they don't do that in this game. I guess they kind of do. So you know what, just for Derwin James, I'll lower it down to 75. If he turns it down, which he probably will, I'm never going to do that again. I want one of these 2 guys, if not both of them. Lattimore, James would make this defense so good. We'd have Lattimore, Terrell, Brown, and then Holiday. And I think that would be pretty big for our team. We could maybe add another receiver. We don't need anybody really on the defensive line. And actually, linebackers, I think we're good. So all we really need help with is the offensive line. And I don't think, unless we get Matt Filer, who's 30, no thank you. Mulata would be interesting. Because Jake Matthews is getting up there in age. Let's go 4 years. Let's increase the money a little bit. He's getting more from the Eagles. Okay, let's increase a little bit more. It's a lot more. I'll give you that. But we lowballed Derwin James. So just let it be. Let it be. We'll get rid of Jake Matthews. We'll bring in all three. That's awesome. Awesome. Who's the fifth-year option? It is Lindstrom. I guess. Didn't they get 2 first-round offensive linemen, or am I losing my mind? I thought so. It was McGrary, right? Yeah, that's a big old no. So we have the 4th overall pick in the 1st and 2nd round and the 14th overall pick in the 2nd round. There is a quarterback up here. We don't need a quarterback. I know that. But the 4th overall pick, like this year, they probably should have done. Trade back if you're not going to take a quarterback. Get some assets. I understand Kyle Pitts will be fantastic, but you probably should take the picks when you can get them. Now, the Heisman is this free safety, Steve Kitchens out of Rhode Island. We're not going to take him there. There's a few receivers. There's really nobody in the offensive line. So the Broncos should take a quarterback. They didn't. Ooh, I like Jones too. That was kind of where I was leaning. 49ers don't need one. The Lions do, but they didn't take one. So actually what I'm going to do, I think, is just trade back. We could trade back. No, I want another pick this year. Not going to happen. We could trade back to 7, though, and get a 2nd-round pick next year. I mean, why wouldn't I do that? I do like the idea of getting a pick next year with a pick this year, but it's not really the end of the world. Receiver, left end, and Moody. Not a tight end. Okay. What I want to do, even though we could trade back again, is I think I want to go, I think left tackle. That's way too early for that left tackle. I'm not taking a receiver. I might trade back again. There's really just nothing here that's going to help my team right away. Anybody throwing 1-and-1s? No. I think I am going to take another 1st-round pick. Trade back to 11. I think at this point, I want to trade and get a pick next year. Let's get, I think the Browns made the playoffs this year, if I remember correctly. I'm going to trade back. The Colts are typically a good team, but I'm going to trade back with the Colts. We don't have a 1st-round pick this year. That's fine by me. Now, we do have 2 picks this round. I love this receiver right here, Darren Lloyd. Says he's a 4th-round talent, so I'm hoping in the 3rd round we can pick him up. What I'm going to start off with is Brian Henning, the receiver. He runs a 4.36. 72 hidden development. Good, good, good. 95 speed. Not bad. And said he was a good receiver. That's good. All right, let's go to our next pick. I almost want to take Lloyd just to be safe, but at the same time, I feel like the offensive line is where I want to go. You know what? I'm going to play it safe. Let's get Darren Lloyd. He's a 76 normal development, ranked number 4. 92 speed, 93 acceleration, 82 catching, and 79 catch and trap. Now, the center I wanted to take is gone, so we're going to go defensive tackle Chase Scott. He's a 71 with normal development, ranked 28, and he just seems solid. He'll be a number 3 defensive tackle. I get that, but not much else up there. In the 4th round, we're going to go right end, Brandon Wilkins. 68 with normal is not that bad, ranked 85, says it's a good pick. Just seems like a solid player. He's a big hitter for his traits. So I'm going to cut Jake Matthews. I understand he could play for a year, but we have Jalen Mayfield. We have Mulata. Then we're going to cut Matt Ryan, who's a backup. The contract might be a little bit different in this, so we might not be able to. Oh, no, we can. Okay, so that's good. Henning's going to be starting a running back. And I'd say the offense is pretty good. We do have to work on center and left guard a little bit, but they're not so bad. I don't want to overpay for it. We have Derwin James starting. Ooh, why is he not starting? Let's just cut Kaminsky. Get him out. That'll be fine. That should put Carlton over. He is. This team's pretty good all around. We're so deep at corner that Holiday's not even up here. Makes me wonder if I should trade Moreau. I'm going to put him on the trade block. I'm going to put Sheffield on the trade block. If we can't get anything, I think I'll try to trade it for like a 3rd-round pick, 4th-round pick. Try to get some assets for them, which is probably what we're going to have to do, to be fair. Yeah. Sometimes this game likes to wait to week 3, week 4 preseason. So I will drag it out for no reason whatsoever. Right? Yeah. All right, I'm going to manually trade him. So I traded Sheffield to the Buccaneers for a 4th-round pick. They were actually somewhat interested in him. And now I'm trading Moreau straight up to the Titans for their 6th-round pick. So we're an 82 overall team with an 81 offense and an 85 defense. I think we're in pretty good shape. I'm hoping that our rookie quarterback, or I guess he's in his, third year, second year at this point? I think it's third. He should be all right. Let's go to the midseason. Man, at the midseason mark, we're at 3-5, so we're in 3rd place. We still could make the playoffs, but very unlikely with the Buccaneers and the Saints. Their rosters are just too good. But you would assume their quarterbacks, even though Tom Brady probably is still starting, but Jameis Winston, not exactly the answer if he's still the quarterback of that team. We have $94 million. Ridley's coming back. Grady Jarrett's coming back. Give him 3 years. That'll be fine. Mike Davis, absolutely not. Hooker, I would like to bring back. Increase the money a little bit for a 3-year deal. That's not bad. Patterson, no. McGarry, no. I'd say we're good. Like, Patterson, you really don't need. Mike Davis, we definitely don't need. And Koo will wait on that. So, let's go to the playoffs. So, we didn't make the playoffs. Kind of expected. Cowboys again got the 1st-round bye. Football team, Vikings, Saints, Bucks, Rams, Seahawks. Very interesting that the only team that made it from the North is the Vikings. I don't know exactly what happened to the Packers. I have to imagine Rodgers still on the team. Because if he's not, there's really no excuse. We went 7-9. It's not bad. Panthers 2-14. Kind of expected. Ellis, 3,800 yards, 28-9. Pretty good year. Rushing. Henning, 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. That's not good. Ridley, 1,000 with 7. Lloyd, 933 with 5. That's awesome. Pitts, about 800 with 7. 6 for Gage. On defense, Jones, 125 tackles, 112 for Terrell. Sack totals, 5.5 for Carlton, 5 for Jarrett. Interception, 6 for Lattimore. Awesome. 5 for Brown, 4 for Terrell, 2 for Jones. Then a few ones. 32nd in offensive yards. Bad. Cam Newton MVP again. Very realistic. That's what I like to see. Coach of the year, Mike Zimmer. Offensive player, Dak Prescott. Ellis is up there at 9. Defensive player, Harrison Smith. You don't really see that very often. Offensive rookie, Emery. Don't know who that is. Lloyd at 4. Henning at 5. Dobson at 9. Defensive rookie, Irving at 5. Wilkins at 6. All right. I don't know. Do we have any hidden development players? I don't think so, because we traded back with the Colts. 6 for Ellis is good. 3 for Pitts. 2 for Ridley. 3 for Lloyd is good. Actually, no, we had the running back. Star. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, there's not much up here. That's unfortunate. What? The Browns won the Super Bowl again? No way. I cannot wait for Madden 22. It's coming eventually. Eventually. And they say it's going to be good. I don't know if I believe them, but they say they're going to be good. Let's give them a 7-year deal. Doesn't really matter at this point. All right. We have $40 million in cap space. I'd like to work in the offensive line if possible. Maybe we bring in Kareem Hunt. Give him a 4-year offer. I know we have Henning. He's not really going to amount to anything. Keanu Neal is up there. X Factor. Don't know about that. ETN's up there. I like David Andrews for a year. That'd be fun. I almost want to get Ronnie Hudson at the same time. Treader's up there. All we really need in the offensive line is now a guard if we bring in David Andrews. Now, Ronnie Hudson does have offers. I think Keanu Neal on a 2-year offer, lower this money big time if he takes it because he has no offers. That'd be pretty big for our team. J.J. Watt at the same time would be great, or Cameron Jordan. I like Davidson a lot, but I want to make a push for the playoffs and then eventually the Super Bowl. So let's go back to the Texans. I don't think that's going to happen. 62, that's not going to do it. Let's pull back on Neal. Let's pull back on J.J. Watt. Let's go Cam Jordan. Let's increase the money. Good. If we can get all 3 of those players, that'd be pretty big for our team. And then we really wouldn't have to work on anything. Get just mostly backups. All right, we got all 3. That's good. The 5th-year option. Who'd they even take the year after? Oh, A.J. Terrell. We're going to bring him back. We have so many draft picks. We have the 8th and 9th pick in the first round, 4, 8, and 9 in the second round. So we should be able to finish off this roster. And then from here on out, really just sign backups, draft rookies that could be backups, maybe fill in some roles. But all in all, there's really nothing up here. Sidney Walker won the Heisman. Probably not going to take that in the first round. A lot of offensive linemen say late first, but they go early in this game for some reason. Don't really need any corners. I almost feel like we should trade our 8th overall pick back. We're just going to go straight to our pick. We don't have to go pick by pick. But really, might as well get some assets next round, right? Or next year. Oh, and this round. All right, I'm just going to take that regardless, right? Not doing the Browns. I really like that says first, but I'm not going to trust it. So let's trade back with the Rams. Let's see what they're going to trade up to get. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal for our team. A quarterback. I mean, that's fine. That makes a ton of sense why they offered 2 first-round picks. Let's go. I'm trying to think what would be the most fitting need. I think it would be left end, even though we have Davidson. We have Cam Jordan. We have Charlton. We're going to go left end Marcus Moore. He's a 76 with hidden development. 23 years old, though. I don't love that. But he just seems like a very solid player. Now, the 29th pick, it's almost foolish not to take the Heisman. So let's take Sidney Walker, the Heisman running back. 77 with hidden development. 75 break tackle, 92 speed, 94 acceleration, and 86 agility. With one of our second-round picks, I'm going to take right outside linebacker Bryce Hill. He's a 75 with normal. Just a solid player. He'll be a backup, of course, but nothing wrong with having backups at this point. And then we have back-to-back picks in the second round. I'm almost going to go Hayes. Then we'll have 4 deeper running back. Seems a little much. Any other first-round talents, defensive tackles? No, it's almost... Ooh. Let's go Gilmore. 71 normal. That's fine for a second-round pick. It's really that we don't have any glaring needs other than guard, I would say. But even our guard is not that bad. It's bad, but it's not that bad. So let's actually go Hayden Mullen in the center. We'll put him over to guard if we need to. 71 normal out of BC. 85 strength, 78 run block, and 75 pass block. So we're an 87 overall team, 87 offense, 88 defense. And this team is so well-rounded. We have a good offensive line. Not a great offensive line, but a very good offensive line. 3 deeper running back, 3 deeper receiver. You could argue 4 if you want to count Johnson. Pitts a tight end. Then on defense, we have backup and Moore, backup and Hill, Irving. The weakest points probably are free safety. By the way, I drafted Daniels in the 4th round, I think it was. 76 overall with normal. Just a solid defensive tackle. Let's get into it. So at the midseason mark, we're in 3rd place, or I guess 2nd place at 3-4. Panthers and Bucks 4-3. The Saints 2-5. Now, Cam Jordan, we're not going to bring back. That's a given. Deion Jones, we're definitely bringing back. We're going to wait on David Andrews for the offseason. Let's go 4 years for Jones. Andrews will wait. Lindstrom, we will not wait on. Our punter, I'm not too concerned about at the moment. Let's do that right there. Davidson, I guess we don't need him. Hennessy, I will bring back. He's our starting left guard at the moment. Richie Grant, probably not. Walker, definitely not. PJ Walker, no, we're good. Didn't make the playoffs as an 87 overall team. I don't really know what else to do. Packers and the Jets first round bye. Of course, Zach Wilson in this. That's why the Jets got the first round bye. 49ers, Giants, Eagles, Seahawks, Panthers, Cowboys. Interesting. The Bengals are up there. I'd say everything else makes sense. Maybe not Tennessee, but not a huge deal. We went 8-8. The Panthers 8-8. We have the Rams first round pick now that we think about it. Where are they? They went 7-9. Okay, so basically back-to-back picks again. Interesting. Let's take a look. How did Ellis do? Because it's almost, never mind. I was going to say almost time to move on from him, but 4,600 yards, 44-11. Don't make the playoffs. Kareem Hunt, 1,200 with 7 touchdowns, 9 for Walker. Pitts, 1,000 with 7. Ridley, about 1,000 with 10. Gage, 950 with 11. Lloyd, 850 with 7. On defense, Jones, 130 for tackles, always leading the team. Sack total, 7.5 for Jordan. Interceptions, 4 for Lattimore and James. 2 for Terrell, 1 for Jones. Any forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, we have 1 for Holiday. That's good. Any defensive touchdowns? No. 3rd in offensive yards, don't make the playoffs. What about defense? So it's our defense, which really doesn't make sense. Ellis at 2 is awesome. Coach of the year, Adam Gase. Sure. Justin Fields, offensive player of the year, we're at number 2 again. Defensive player of the year is Isaiah Simmons. That makes sense if he's that middle linebacker in this game. Offensive rookie. That was the guy they just drafted at quarterback when they traded up for our pick. Walker at 4. On defense, Daniels at 8. That's a defensive tackle I didn't even include. Good to see. All right, so our hidden development player is the running back again, who has X Factor. Pretty good. 3 for Pitts, 7 for Ellis, 4 for Walker. On defense, oh, Moore as well, superstar. All right, so losing Jordan, losing Davidson's really not going to be a big deal. What I'd like to do is get better at outside linebacker, I guess free safety. That's kind of it, because everything else on this team is just solid. The Patriots beat the Panthers 42-34. Cam Newton, Super Bowl MVP. Big surprise. Big surprise. Now, David Andrews, unless he regressed big time, which he did not, we are going to bring him back. Increase the money a little bit. That should be fine for him. That's good. I guess our punter, just give him 7 years. That's fine. Davidson, Grant, Walker, Hawkins, everyone else can go. So we have $28 million in cap space. Henry Ruggs is up there. That seems pretty good. He has no offers. We are going to have to pay our quarterback after this upcoming year, which would be fine. And we also have to probably pay Kyle Pitts. So that might not be the best idea. But I'm going to do it anyways. We got Henry Ruggs. The 5th-year option is going to be, who do we take year 1? I don't even remember. Peter Holiday. Okay. So Matthew Baker, the strong safety, won the Heisman. Now we need a free safety, even though we have Amani Hooker. We have the 13th and 14th overall pick. Where is he? Wasn't him. It was Matthew Baker right here. Says a late first-round pick. So actually, we're not going to trade up. I thought we have the picks. We could trade up. I almost want to be safe and trade up anyways. Pinkins. Maybe we'll go... I know the more I go pick by pick, it's going to blow up in my face. Bigsby. Leon Thomas. Bush. I think we should be good. Never mind. How long would you not... I'm going to post. Don't worry about that. There'll always be videos. There just won't be streams. With the 13th overall pick, we're going middle linebacker, Mark Stanford. He's a 76 normal development, ranked 5. Just solid. He'll be a backup to Deion Jones, but at this point on defense, we need nothing other than a free safety, even though Amani Hooker is not that bad. I actually think I'm going to take a backup quarterback just in case. Just in case. Let's go Josh Cassidy. 73 normal. That's what I get. In the second round, where we only have 1 pick, I'm just going to go Braylon Wilbon. He's a 71 with normal. Just a solid player. In the third round, I'm going to go left end Antoine Graham. 71 normal. Just a bunch of 58 power moves. So yikes. So we're a 91 overall team. Ellis is up to X Factor, which is awesome. So we have 4 X Factor players on offense. We have a superstar player as well. Solid offensive line. Dante Fowler is regressing. So I'm actually just going to cut him if it's not a huge hit, which is not. It's going to save us some money. We're in 2024 we are. So we have 2 years left. I want to go to the trade block just in case. Derek Carr, absolutely not. Tony Pollard. Nothing really for receiver. Alec Cox wouldn't be that bad, even though he's 30. I guess it doesn't really matter. Anything on the offensive line? Ooh. Derek Prince. I guess we have Mayfield and we have Mulata, so we don't need that. What I really want is an outside linebacker. And DeAndre Smith, I think would be nice if we can... what if we go just 2nd round pick for Smith? Okay. That is easy enough. You know, actually, while we're there, I think we should look at free safety just in case there's something up there, which there isn't. There's Leach at strong safety, but I guess Amani Hooker should be fine. So our new outside linebacker Smith will be starting, which is a good pickup right before the start of the season. There's really no excuse why we shouldn't make the playoffs, but you know it's not going to happen. Let's go to the playoffs. We're 5-2 at the midseason mark. Awesome. Bucks 4-3, Panthers 4-4, and the Saints 1-6. Now, this is going to be a lot of the rookies up here, right? DeAndre Smith, Kyle Pitts, Lattimore, Kevin Ellis is up there. Let's lock up our quarterback. Give him the $20 million, close to $20 million that we can. Mayfield. Whoo. We're about to have a lot of turnover because we're definitely bringing back DeAndre Smith. We're definitely bringing back Kyle Pitts. Oh, we're probably past the trade block or the trade deadline. Trade block. Triplett can go. Ed Wilson can definitely go. I like this guy a lot. I want to see if we're actually past the trade deadline. I definitely think we are. We almost have to be. Because I think the trade deadline's week 7, and we're week 9. Yeah, we're going to have to franchise tag probably Lattimore after the season, but let's go to the playoffs, see if we make it. We made the playoffs at 13-3. Problem being, we're playing the Rams. How do we not get the first round bye? The Rams drafted that quarterback after trading with us, which is going to be a problem. What do the Giants do? 13-3 as well. So we have the 2nd best record in the whole league, which is good. Ellis, 4,000 yards, 36-11. That's a good year, but I was expecting a lot more yards like last year. Hunt, 1,400 yards with 11. Walker, 6. Mumphrey with 5. Ridley, 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. Pitts, 883 with 12. Gage, 7 touchdowns, 6 for Ruggs. On defense, Jones, 118 tackles. Sack total, 7 for Jarrett, 4.5 for Carlton. Interceptions, 3 for Jones, Lattimore, Terrell. 2 for Hooker, 2 for Holiday, and a few ones. So we're second in offensive yards. The defense has to be top 5. Okay, number 2 as well. Awesome. Mahomes MVP. All the usual people you expect up there. Tannehill and the Buccaneers, though. Ellis at 10. Coach of the Year. Nice. NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Ellis at 5. Defensive Player of the Year. We have Jones at 6. Offensive Rookie. That's a running back we took. Defensive Rookie. Stanford at 2. Whitfield at 4. For some reason, I feel like the Falcons always have a lot of rookies up here whenever I do rebuilds, even if I'm not the Falcons. 5 for Ellis is good. Walker has 4. I don't think we drafted anybody crazy, right? Stanford we drafted who has 2. All right, let's hop into the game. All right, let's see if we can take down the Rams. Hopefully their rookie quarterback, or I guess second-year quarterback, doesn't take us down. We're up 7-0, 14-0. We should be able to go on a nice little run here. 17-0. 24-0 at halftime. Pretty good, I would say. I mean, the Rams aren't doing anything right now. 31-0, so we're definitely going on to the next round. That's a given. I wish we would just skip to the end at this point, but we won the game. I think it was 34-10? 34-14. My apologies. Ooh, their quarterback did nothing. Ellis 191-1. That's not great. Touchdown Hunt, touchdown Walker, 2 for Akers, 1 for Henning. Receiving Sutton, 53 yards. Ruggs touchdown. That's it. All right. That's not really that good for me. I don't know. We're playing Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. This might be a tough game. I hope not. It's kind of looking that way. It's up 7-0. They're up 7-0. Make it 9-0. You gotta love those safeties. 9-7. I hate that we don't even kick a field goal from the 20. It's 10-9, 17-9, 24-9. I don't know what happened from the first quarter to now the fourth quarter, but they did absolutely nothing. I was very worried I wasn't going to win this game. That was Dan Quinn. Fields, 240, 2-1. Ellis, 240, 2-1 as well, basically. Kareem Hunt, 166 with 2. Gotta love seeing that. Robinson, 64 yards. Touchdown Mooney, touchdown Wright, touchdown Ridley, Ruggs. All right, let's go to the NFC Championship. We're playing against the Minnesota Vikings. Not exactly the team I was hoping to play, or expecting to play. I guess hoping actually works out perfectly fine. I don't think they'll have Kirk Cousins anymore. Then again, they could have a great quarterback. It's 13-7, 13-10. Our defense is making stops. I can't expect them to stop them every single time they go downfield, though. It'd be nice if Ellis did something. It's 24-10. We lost to the Vikings. Like, what am I supposed to do? Who's James Wright? 3 touchdowns, 406. Ellis did nothing. Cook, 108. Touchdown, Kareem Hunt. Touchdown, Jonathan Jones. Touchdown, Irv Smith. Touchdown, Dalvin Cook. That's bad. And then the Patriots dominated them, 35-7. J.C. Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. I do wonder if it's still Cam Newton. You almost feel like it has to be. I want to take a quick look at that. We have 1 year left. It has to be. It's not. Who is P.J. Lampman? That can't be. Okay, Cam Newton had to play and then retire, right? He had to. Nothing else makes sense. Now, we did not have a ton of money. We had Lattimore up there, A.J. Terrell up there, David Andrews, which is not a huge deal. Triplet, I don't love losing, but it is what it is. Let's make that offer. And then we're just going to franchise tag. Let's go to the draft. With a 30th overall pick, we're getting left outside linebacker George Lofton. He's a 75 with normal. Ranked 5, too. Now, we didn't have a second-round pick, so in the third round, we're going Adonis Jeffries. 71 normal for a corner is not that bad. I mean, we have Holiday still on the team, so that's fine. I don't think it's a huge deal. It could be a huge deal that we don't have A.J. Terrell, but I really don't think so. Is that other corner still here? Of course he's not. We need a center. Why not? Hudson Fletcher. That's why. So in our final year, we're a 93 overall team with a 95 offense and a 91 defense. I think we're pretty good all around. I do want to take one quick look at the trade block in case there's a right outside linebacker, a free safety, even a corner that I could trade maybe a second-round pick for, maybe even a first-round pick, even though that's not the most realistic thing. Damian Harris is a 90. Wow. Nothing there. Nothing on the offensive line, even though we could get Brian, put him at center or guard if we really wanted to, Frank Clark. Yeah, right. Burkervin's up there. Copeland, no. No. Not really good. Yeah, we're good. Let's go to the playoffs. We made the playoffs at 12-4. We're playing against a 9-7 football team. Still not good enough for the first round bye for some reason. The Cardinals got the first round bye. I don't know about that. I want to see where the Cardinals went. They could have just lost one time. Just one single time. Ellis, 4,000 yards, 33-8. It's a great year. Hunt, 1,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 6 for Walker, 8 for Mumphrey. Ridley, 955 with 7. Pitt, 7. Ruggs, 8. 3 for Gage. On defense, Jones, 111. Holiday, 110's good. Sack total, 7 for Moore and Jarrett. Awesome. Interceptions, 4 for Jones. Do we have any fumble recoveries? No. What do we do? 1 for Smith, Lattimore, Stanford. Forced fumbles, 2 for Deion Jones. Look at all these forced fumbles. Wow. Do we have any defensive touchdowns? Of course not. We're 8th in offensive yards. I feel like our defense might be around the same range. 9. Awesome. Kyler Murray, of course, MVP. Ellis isn't even up there. Coach Deere, Anthony Lynn. We're at 4. NFC Offensive Player. Ellis at 6. Defensive Player, Isaiah Simmons. Deion Jones at 3. Azeez Ojulari, Offensive Rookie. Nothing. Defensive Rookie. Jeffries, awesome. And then Lofton at 9. All right, let's hop into the game. I'm not sure who the football team has. It could be legitimately anybody. Could be Cam Newton for all I know. We're up 7-0. 10-7 football team. 10-10. I just hate when they don't just get. Thank you. 17-10. 24-10 at halftime. 27-10. What else we got? 27-13. 30-13. 30-20. 30-27. Thank you. I thought they were going to somehow like interception for a touchdown. Oh, Brandon Emery. I remember that name. Ellis, 227 with 2 touchdowns. Touchdown, Kareem Hunt. Gibson, 100 yards. Njoku with 2 touchdowns. I like David Njoku a lot. 1 for Ridley, 1 for Gage, 1 for Woodard. Awesome. We're playing the Giants, who had the first round bye last year. If we win this game, I assume we'll play against the Cardinals, but beating the Giants in this game is very difficult. As you can see, it's 14-7, 21-7. Okay, we needed a touchdown there. It's 21-14 at halftime. For some reason, they didn't want to kick a field goal. 20 and no, they missed the extra point. Missed the 2-point conversion. Okay. No, down by 3. I think we won. He looks pretty upset. Yes, 40-36. Baker, 442, 2-1. Ellis, 300 with 3. Barkley, 2 touchdowns. Hunt, 2. Savage, 1. Walker, 1. 2 touchdowns, Gage. 2 touchdowns, Barkley, and 1 for Kareem Hunt. I want to see the scoring summary at the end. 47-yard run with 0 seconds left. I don't know. Like I said, we're playing against the Arizona Cardinals. They're up 7-0. They're up 14-0. Yes, 14-7. Yes, 14-14. 21-14. We got a fighting team right here. 28-14 at halftime. Yes, okay. So I don't want to say we're definitely going to the Super Bowl, but looking pretty good, even though we're only down by... Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think we won. He looks upset, but those guys, I think we won, right? Yes, 38-35. Kyler Murray, 363 and 2. Ellis, 222, 4 touchdowns. Touchdown for Hunt, 2 for James Conner. Touchdown for Kirk, 129. Touchdown for Ridley. 2 for Gage, 1 for Bowie, 1 for Bonner, 1 for Dobbs. We're playing against the Houston Texans. No clue how they're in the Super Bowl, but let's find out what they can do. Okay, we're going right. That's good to know. We're up 7-0. 7-3 at the end of the first quarter. They're up by 3. We're up by 4. We're up by 7. I couldn't just make it easy. Up by 14 at halftime. Up by 10. It seems like we can score at will, so that's good. We're up by 10 still. We're up by 13 with 5 minutes left. They marched right downfield. Think we just won the Super Bowl? We certainly did. Only took 5 years. Only took probably an hour and a half real time. Probably 40 minutes of you guys watching. Watson's still on the team. 366, 3 touchdowns. Ellis, 354 and 1. Kareem Hunt, 101, touchdown for Watson. 2 for Brandon Cooks. 2 for Ridley. 1 for Walker. 1 for Pitts. DuVernay. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's take one final look at our team. So our quarterback did win the Super Bowl MVP. That is awesome. I really wish we could have won the Super Bowl last year and then at least have made it this year. We didn't have to win it back-to-back, but I'd like to at least make him a few years. That'd be nice. So we drafted Ellis, of course. That was a second-round pick. Could have been a third-round pick, potentially. Didn't want to miss out on that. Great pick for us. We drafted Walker. We drafted Henning, Mumphrey. We drafted Loy, who's an 85. Of course, we signed Henry Ruggs. We did draft Dobson, technically. We drafted Mullen. Nothing really else in the offensive line that we drafted. We obviously signed Mulata. Smith we trade for. We drafted Hill. We drafted Stanford, Wilbon, Lofton. Traded for Hooker, I think year 2. I think that was. We signed, of course, Derwin James. Halden, we drafted Whitfield, Moore, of course. Carlton, Daniels, Clifford, Gilmore, Jeffries. Just a lot of good picks. It's like, who was on this team year 1? Deion Jones, Grady Jarrett. I think that's it on defense. Unless I'm missing somebody. That's it on defense. So 2 players on defense. On offense, Mayfield, Lindstrom, Hennessy, Ridley, Gage. So 5. So really, we changed this whole team, basically, I would say. But that is going to be it for the video. Hit the like button down below, the subscribe button down below. If you don't know why there's realistic rebuilds coming out just twice a week now, except every day, go check out my liver surgery video. Link will be down in the description. Hit the like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.